This is a story of a girl and a ghost, tales from the land of Turkey. Once upon a time, there was a poor man in a village in Turkey. He was called Ahmed. His wife died after giving birth to a baby girl. He named her Salma. Soon she grew up to be a marriageable age. Ahmed was in a dilemma as he had not saved much to conduct her wedding. Salma was a clever girl. She was not afraid of anybody. She was very daring. She did not believe in ghosts and evil spirits. One day, Amir threw a party for one of his close friends, Ahmed. The party went on till midnight, and soon Amir ran short of food. He wished there were at least two or three more loaves of bread to meet the emergency. He called Salma and said, "There's no bread left. Would you run up to Dada's shop and get some loaves?" Ahmed was horrified. "You want her to go to Dada's?" he asked Amir. "Don't you know that his shop is on the other side of the burial ground? Would your daughter go there all alone in the dead of night?" Amir brushed aside his friend's anxiety. "I have bought her like a boy. She will come back safe in no time." In fact, just as he had assured his friend, Salma returned soon with the loaves. "That's great, Amir," Ahmed complimented him. "Would you mind if I test her cleverness? You know it's new moon tomorrow. You do think she can go up to the burial ground and bring me a skull at midnight?" "That won't be difficult for her at all, my dear friend," said Amir. "Why what? She will bring more skulls if you will have them." "But what's the figure?" "100 gold coins," Ahmed agreed. Next day, Ahmed called his aging assistant Khan and gave him instruction what he should do at the burial ground. Just before midnight, Ahmed reached his friend's house. Salma was about to start from the burial ground. She took her father's permission and left. Salman was not afraid at all. She straight away went to the burial ground and picked up a skull. "Don't touch it," a voice warned her. "That's my father's skull." The girl dropped the skull to the ground and picked up another. "Don't take it." The same voice, another warning. "That's my mother's skull." Salma was puzzled. Why should anybody prevent her from picking up a skull? She began to have some doubts. She went close to where she had heard the voice and saw the bald head of Khan glittering into light.
"You bald headed spirit!
She shouted.
Shut up! Be quiet!"
She hit the head with a stone that she had picked up. If you
open your mouth again, be aware. I shall put an end to your life with this stone."
she warned him in her turn. Khan was stunned to silence. Salma quietly picked up a skull and made for her house. When Ahmed saw her with the skull, he complimented her for her courage. He gave her 100 coins that he had kept with him. In a neighboring village lived a young man, Sultan, who was rich. He was handsome too. He was looking for a bride for himself, but had failed to find one suitable. However, somehow or other, no one was willing to give away his daughter in marriage to Sultan. He was both rich and handsome. The reason was that his house was being frequented by the ghost of his mother. No girl or woman wanted to work for him, least she was harassed by the ghost. Sultan came to hear about Salma and how clever she was. He called on Salma and her father and told them about himself. He said if Salma worked in his house and made food for him, he would pay her well. Amir took pity on him and sent Salma along with him. Whenever she served food for Sultan, Salma would keep a separate plate for the ghost and called out.
Mother, food has been served. Please come and eat.
The ghost would then appear and looked pleased. One day, Sultan had to go far away on business. Salma was busy attending to her chores when the ghost appeared before her. Aren't you afraid of me, girl? Asked the ghost.
Afraid of you? Not at all.
Said Salma.
I am not afraid of anybody. You are like my own mother. You are good to me.
I like you very much, said the ghost. I want to give you a test. If you win, you may marry my son. Salma wondered what kind of test that would be. Would you go with me to the basement here at the dead of night? Asked the ghost. The girl replied that she would go wherever the ghost took her. That night she went with the ghost. The way to the basement was littered with stones. The ghost asked Salma to clear the way. As she was tidying the path, she came upon two brass vessels. One was small, the other slightly bigger. You may keep the smaller one, said the ghost. You may hand over the biggest vessel to my son. Henceforth, I won't come to this house. You are there to look after my son. I don't have any more anxiety. The ghost then disappeared. Salma went back home carrying the two vessels. The next day, when Salman returned from his business trip, she told him all that happened in his absence.
Your mother asked me to give you this bigger vessel.
I shall now be marrying you, said Sultan. Why should I have the vessel? It won't make any difference whether I have the bigger vessel or the smaller one. Both of them will belong to us, he added, smiling. Salma took the permission of Sultan and went home to meet her father. Amir was very happy to be told that Sultan would marry Salma. He was very eager to celebrate their wedding.